According to my wife, men don't listen. That's what we're going to talk about today. But first of all, I got to make a run to the store and I got to walk 5 miles. Then we'll talk about it. Okay, please overlook me sweating because, oh, now my dog's going to pee. So I did just get done working out. And yes, Stormy, it's a cat. We're going to leave the cat alone, alright? I'm over here at the park and I just got done working out. So I am going to be a little sweaty. Now, at the beginning of the video, I told you I'm going to do a video of men don't listen. Now, this could be about anybody that's the opposite sex of us. It could be your wife, your girlfriend, sister, etc., etc., etc. I guarantee you, if you're married or if you have a girlfriend, you heard at least one time in your relationship or at least one time in your life, you do not listen. Let's talk about that for a minute, okay? We're going to talk about 2 different types of listening. The first type, and I'm going to tell you about my situation. A lot of times when my wife is telling me things, I'm usually on my laptop with my earplugs in and I do not hear her. And some of the things is that she tells me, Michael, we need to go make a trip up to Chrissy's to drop something off or pick something up. So usually later that day, when we're out and about, and she's like, okay, let's go ahead and head to Chrissy's. I'm like, what? She's like, I told you. Well, sorry, but I didn't hear you. Or another thing, I could be watching TV, and not to change the subject, but I'm over here at the pool, and yep, looks like the water's out of the pool. I was wondering about that, but didn't mean to change the subject. Or I could have the TV up loud because I don't hear well nowadays, which my wife and everybody knows this, and she'll tell me something else and I won't hear her. Once again, Michael, you do not listen. Or basically we could be somewhere in a grocery store and she could be talking about how this is on sale, that's on sale, or we'd be in a clothing store and she could be talking about her certain clothes she's looking at, and she look at me and she's like, you ain't listening. Well, that's true, I don't. That part I kind of do tune out because it bores me. Yes, I'm guilty. Well, folks, now it's time to paint the other side, okay? The more serious side of listening. When I said there's 2 sides of listening, I wasn't joking about this. The other side of listening is something as simple as, let's say you're getting ready to go somewhere and you ended up at a place and you're having a terrific time, but your significant other isn't having a good time. So you asked her, what's the matter? And she tells you. Pretty much all you get out of the conversation is, well, she didn't like it. Even though you heard her what she said, but all you get out of it is she didn't like it. So a week goes by and you go back to that place a week later and there's an echo here. Echo! Do you hear that? It's kind of cool, there's an echo. You go back to that place and you're having a grand old time and your wife is very upset. Stormy, don't pull me. And you're like, why are you so upset? I told you why. Well, all you said was you didn't really like the place. I figured it's because, you know, it was a colder day. And she's like, no, I explained to you why. See? That form of listening, folks. That form of listening where there's something behind it. There's a meaning behind it. And us as men don't really listen to, we hear the meaning, but we automatically choke it up to something else. Or something like this. Cool, in my background you should see the pool. That's kind of neat, huh? Wow, this place right here brings lots of memories. I'm going to break in the video for a second. Now, back in my younger days, I used to ride a motorcycle, and I used to park my motorcycle right here in this spot, right here. Am I fogging up? I hope not. And to be honest with you, I actually was led in the pool this way, and I was allowed to pay at that window because I knew the owner or the manager of the pool, and I always came in this way, and I don't know, it's just how things were. I got lucky. Not everybody was allowed to go in that way, but I was at the time. But yes, park my motorcycle right here. But anyway, you'd be driving down the road, and a song would come on. And your significant other will ask you to change the channel, or she'll listen to the song will make her cry. And you look at her and like, honey, why are you crying? Michael, I told you why. I told you exactly why that song makes me cry. Well, yeah. I mean, you say you didn't really like the artist, but it's a cool song, man. It's an awesome song. Well, guess what? You didn't listen. And what she might have said to you was the song makes her sad because it reminds her of a sad time. It might have been reminds her of her father that passed on or her mother. It just made her sad. All you got out of it was, well, she didn't like the song. See, there's two types of listening. Now, the one type of listening, the first type, women expect that of us, guys. They do. They expect us not to listen to them half the time. And sometimes they're cool with it. It's the other part of listening that gets to them. It makes them upset, makes them sad. It makes them feel like they're unloved. Maybe that might be going too far. Maybe not exactly makes them feel unloved. It just makes them feel like sometimes you don't care. Now, the other second set of listening, I love to sit here and tell you, I've had that part mastered. I listen to everything my wife says, but no, I'm guilty as hell. But I have been working on that second part. I haven't 100% mastered it yet, no, but I'm working on it. It's not something you can fix overnight. And basically, let's be honest, guys, sometimes we just don't listen. You know, our significant other could be telling us something and it could bore the crap out of us and we'd be like, okay, yeah, and one ear and out the other. But the other times, they do tell us something, try to listen and try to do what I'm doing. If I don't quite get it, then I ask them to explain it to me again. I keep asking them to explain it to me until I finally get it. And once I finally get it, I got it. So the next time your wife tells you, or your significant other is, you don't listen, try to justify which listening she's talking about, and maybe try to correct it. Maybe back in the olden days, this was normal for men to don't listen to their women. But nowadays, men should start listening to their women. Times are changing. You know, back then, it was expected from the women for their men don't listen to them. But to nowadays, no. This ain't the 1940s or 50s or the 1800s. It's the year is 2018. Listen to your significant other because you might learn something about them you did not know. Well, guys, I am One Bubba Mike 1. Leave me comments. And thank you for watching. And I said and too many times. I'm tired. Going home, shave my head, grab a shower, eat supper, and off to bed. Until next time, guys, come on. Let's get out of here. Hey, everybody. Thanks for watching today's video. But guess what? Now you can send me mail. I have a P.O. box. The link's down in the description. And you can send me mail. It could be anything. It could be spam. It could be postcards. Anything you choose. Well, guys, hope to see your mail coming up soon. And yeah.